welcome along to Early Doors. I'm Tom Deacon. This is the legend Matt the Tiss. It's episode number 8, and I'm so excited for this one because yes, Easter might be over, but we've got a cracking show coming your way. Who's our guest this week?
We have got former Norwegian international Joe Tessem.
Oh, perfect. We'll have some memories against Fulham. We'll also have a huge taking on the Tiss and the P&O Cruises Concourse Challenge. Matt, we're in the darts area now.
Amazing.
What are you going to do this week?
Well, I've bought my own darts this week.
Oh, they look like top flight.
Yeah, they'll be changing to Championship in a few weeks.
Okay, see what you did there. Whoa. Before you do so, it's episode number 8. Why don't you hit the number 8? No, look, here we go. Matt it is. Oh, that's what he does. This is Early Doors World Titles. So good. Yes, here we are then, Matt. Episode 8. We're still going.
How?
No.
How did we get this far?
I have got no idea, but
let's go with it.
Don't knock it.
Yeah, let's go with it.
Matt, it is 8 episodes in now for Early Doors. I had a little bit of research into which Southampton players had 8 starts. Would you like to know who those players were?
Okay. Go on then, yeah.
Okay, let's start with Peter Reid. He made 8 starts.
Wow.
You played alongside.
I did play alongside him. He played in the game against Newcastle where I scored those 2 goals. He was involved in the build-up to the second goal, if you watch the highlights back.
Okay.
But only on loan, I think. We had him for a couple of months. I think he'd been sacked by Man City. He was managing, got sacked, and then came back and played for us for a little bit.
Yeah, another one. Here we go. One size fits all.
Yeah,
8 starts.
Probably the best nickname of any footballer I've ever heard of.
Yeah,
that was brilliant. But yeah, obviously that was after my time, so I didn't get to know Fitz that well.
Okay, quite a character, this guy. Dennis Wise. Yes. Wise by name, wise by nature. You didn't play alongside him?
I didn't play alongside him, so I just missed him the first time round because he was at Southampton as a kid. Yeah. Left just before I joined, and then obviously he came back to the club after I retired. But played against Dennis a lot, and we were both penalty takers. And interesting little stat about Dennis is when we played against each other, if any of the teams got a penalty, we used to bet each other money that they'd miss it.
Okay, fair enough.
On the pitch, yeah. He'd come up in my ear and go, "Tenner says you miss it."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "You're on." Let's have some of that, and then he'd get one the other end, and I'd do the same to him, give him double or quits.
Yeah.
And, so
there you go.
I think I was on top.
Yeah, out of those, if you add yourself into that, that's a 5-a-side team. Who would go in goal?
That's a good question. I'd want to go in goal.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I was a very frustrated goalkeeper.
Okay.
No, I was good.
Yeah. Okay.
Franny Benali's testimonial. Go and look at the highlights of that.
Okay. So 2 highlights I've got to go and watch back now. Thanks, Matt. What a start. So we're in good company with 8 episodes of Early Doors. Well, our opponents today are, of course, Fulham. So why don't we have a look back at some of those mighty strikes against them in the goal mine?
Yes, I love that goal mine.
Love it.
Is that a Higginbottom pass? Kevin Phillips?
That night has the head clear. Fernandez.
Oh, it's cheeky.
What a cross.
Same celebration from Crouchy and Phillips.
Beautiful.
Little and large.
There we go.
Headed towards the goal and in the goal.
Jose Fonte, baby.
Yeah. Fonte scored it.
Doddy. What's he doing up there? What is he doing up there?
What a finish that was.
Corner from the right for Saint. Bertrand to the back post. Rico punches. Romeo drive.
Oh, you'll take it.
That's a rarity.
You'll take it.
Got a deflection, but Oriol Romeo has scored the first goal.
Jose Fonte again. Loved the goal against Fulham.
Schwarzer started to come for it.
Oh, lovely.
Southampton are level.
Is he going to kick? No, top off.
There's your yellow card.
Same game. Phillips again.
Phillips. Clever turn by Phillips. This is danger. Phillips.
Oh, you can't teach that. You can't teach it.
Adams finds a good ball to Teller and Walcott hits it, and that might be game over.
Thrown in an OG.
That's a good ball.
Oh, that's a good
Why
finish.
not? That's a
That
solid.
is a good finish.
What was he thinking of?
Straight from Strasbourg. Wow. I tell you what, some nice finishes. Wasn't expecting an own goal in there.
I mean, that was a pretty decent finish, to be fair. I mean, there's many a centre forward would be delighted with that.
Yeah.
We did love a header against Fulham, didn't we?
Yeah, Jose
A few
Font.
headers in there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do the armband sort of again, but didn't. Went straight top
Shirt
off.
off, yellow card.
Do you think that was kind of reminiscent of the Tadic? The top comes off, just replicating.
Look how ripped I am.
Yeah. Your pick of those goals, Matt. Which one's your favourite?
Well, I think for the rarity of it, Oriol Romeo.
Okay.
Didn't score many goals. What a bloke as well. What a bloke. Top bloke.
What a player. Right, before we move on, I think everybody around the camera making early doors would like to discuss this. In the last episode, there was something very controversial that happened, Matt,
There was.
and
I wasn't
I
happy.
know that you're not happy about
wasn't
it.
happy.
I'm obviously referring to taking on Lettice. What happened, just to remind everybody, you gave an answer of Draper and Draper Tools, and you felt like you didn't get that extra point. Plus, add into the mix the fact that the fans seemed to get an answer once the time had expired. Am I up to speed with why you're annoyed with taking on Lettice?
I mean, probably the first one was probably more pertinent, I felt.
Okay.
You know, timing is always a bit sketchy, but, you know,
Yeah.
I felt like I was robbed, yes.
Yeah, a little bit of a sore loser. But what
Thank
we've
you.
done is we've taken that on board, and I'm a fair guy. What we've done is we've sent that across to the early doors dubious decisions panel to decide whether you should be awarded the point. Matt, I'd like to turn your attention here.
Oh, okay.
You got much on this week, mate? Oh, it's so busy. It's a nightmare. So I can't believe we have to do this.
Okay, order, and bring to order the meeting of the early doors dubious results panel, guys. We've had an official complaint from Matt.
Oh, for f***'s sake, not another one.
Another one.
I tell you what, MLT might as well stand for Moni Little.
Have some respect on that name. That is Le God you're talking about. The best ever Southampton player to ever play the game. Let's show some respect to Matt.
I know,
Okay?
Rocky, but it's endless, isn't it?
It is
Look,
endless.
We've already had his complaint that every single goal in the goal line should be one of his.
Yep.
And then what about the one for the Bolt, where it should just be a continuous review of his 2 goals against Newcastle?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's not to mention the Malibu and Cokes he has every week for free in the Dell.
For it, how much is that costing us?
About £8,000, mate.
£8,000. Look, we've got to give him something, yeah? There's not many that are going to put up with Deacon's 15 takes at a link. And also,
That's true.
the taking on Lettice last time was very dubious. So we have to give him something. What are we going to do?
What are the fans saying about it?
Well, we've had a couple of submissions actually. So Matthew from Southampton says that was Le God's win without a doubt. Then Matty from Southampton also wrote to say Tiss won without a question. And then Lee Tiss from Southampton says give it to Tiss, what a legend. Hold up. This is just from Matt, aren't they?
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Okay, hands up who votes for Matt winning. Hands up for the fans. Right, fans get it. On to the second agenda, a proposal to turn Academy Goals of the Week into Matt's Goals of the Week.
Oh, fuck.
The vote for Matt.
I haven't got time for this. Got delivery in Malibu.
Top stuff from the early doors dubious decisions panel. They've made a decision, Matt.
Kangaroo court.
Yeah.
Kangaroo court.
You're not happy. So it's 4-3. It's 4-3 to you in getting ready for taking on Lettice. But some genuine messages that we got, I can read now. Leah Tivano wrote in and said, excellent show, highlight of my weekend. I think Tiss for the win. What a ledge, up the Saints. Thank you very much, Leah. Ben Parker said, Le God definitely was shortchanged there. For me, he won.
Quite
P.S.
right.
Please,
Quite
can
right.
you ask Matty if he would be kind enough to sign my tattoo, please? So a bit of a weird request. It doesn't specify where that tattoo is, so don't get too excited.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, there we go. Matt, apologies. Do you feel like it was the right decision in the end?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we take on Lettice. Are you ready for this week? 4-3. There's not many episodes left of Early Doors, so you need to get the win today to cement possibly that victory of the end of the season. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, right, we need 30 seconds on the clock. We also need a whistle. That will be handed by...
There's your whistle, and there's your Malibu and Coke.
Thank you very much. Cheers, boss.
top stuff from the one and only, the legend, Rocket. bit weak there. Is it single?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, fair enough. Here we go then. I will read you the question, then 30 seconds will start once I've blown the whistle. Name clubs in the top 4 divisions that start with a letter B. That is B for Bravo. Name clubs in the top 4 divisions that start with a letter B. Your time starts now.
Bolton, Bradford, come on, man. Bury still in it? Bristol Rovers, Bristol City. Oh my goodness. Wow. Come on. Oh my goodness, man. Oh no, I've hit a dry spell.
Yeah, that's Malibu and Coke that's gone. Time's run.
3, 2, 1. Birmingham!
Oh, technically, did he get that? Did he get that? Did he get Birmingham? Did he get Birmingham? We'll give it. Okay, 5.
Wow, that was bad.
I'm shocked. Wow. Everyone is shocked. We're all a little bit stunned.
I had a mental block.
What happened there? A mental block. That's B.
I had a mental block. Yeah.
Matt,
it's M technically, but
5 there. Do you think that's going to be enough to take on the fans?
That's rubbish.
Okay. All right. Well, relax a little bit. Let's see how the fans get on. I'm really worried for this. And taking on the Tiss.
We're taking on the Tiss.
Brighton, Brentford, Birmingham, Bolton, Blackburn, Blackpool, Bradford.
Yes.
Bristol City, Bristol Rovers.
Oh, you're on fire, lads.
Barnsley.
Yes.
Can't think of the others.
We said Blackpool.
Blackpool, yeah.
Bury.
Yeah. Oh, Bury, no longer in the Football League, are they? And that is time. Well done, lads. You did well there. I mean, you said too many for me to count.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, well done the fans. Up the fans.
On the plus side,
sure, yeah.
We won't be needing the panel this week.
Excellent stuff.
Oh my goodness, what happened there?
Well, to be fair, again, it was 4 versus 1, but I mean...
I know, but even so, 5.
I know, that's
bad.
That's less than half.
Brain block.
And I've done the maths there. Matt, don't worry about it. Next episode, heading towards the Man City game, we'll give you an opportunity. It's 4-4. Wow. I don't know how everyone else feels about that. Okay, this will cheer you up. After the West Ham goal from Leslie Ugochukwu, I've got something for you because it's time now to head over to Staplewood where Kenzie Benali is on a different assignment to usual. This time she's catching up with midfielder Leslie Ugochukwu, the late hero in last week's game at West Ham.
Come on, Kenzie. Leslie, it's great to see you. Congratulations on your first Premier League goal. What a moment. How were you feeling when the ball hit the back of the net?
First of all, thank you. I felt really happy, it's my first Premier League goal, so I think I did it with style.
Absolutely, you definitely did do it with style, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Of course, it has been a difficult campaign for the team, but how do you reflect on the season from a personal perspective?
I think the start of the season wasn't easy for me because I didn't play that much as I wanted to, but it's a season where I learned a lot in terms of the Premier League. That's my first season where I'm playing a lot in these leagues.
Leslie, we're going to come back onto that goal that you scored last weekend. You said you did it with style, a fantastic volley, and we just so happened to have a bit of an expert back in the studio in Matt Tissier when it comes to volleys. So we thought we could show you 10 of Matt's very best goals from volleys and half volleys, and we're going to ask you to pick your top 3. This was pre-Premier League as well, so we're throwing it back for this one.
Ooh. Wow.
I told you this was going to be tricky. I think the thing about Matt as well, he makes it look so easy.
So easy, yeah.
You know, this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just so good, isn't it? That was the same game as well.
Oh, it's got 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that one as well because just the audacity to even attempt that.
Look how he's calm and he strikes it.
It must be like a self-belief thing, right? You know, just to be able to even go for that, that's phenomenal as well. You've got no words, Leslie.
Just wow.
This is an iconic goal for sure. The very last goal scored at the Dell. You're going for this one against Nottingham Forest back in 1992-93 season. A left foot volley as well, like your goal.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's just a one-touch, amazing for me. Has to be in top 3.
But you've got 2 more to get in your top 3.
And then
what
the
are you going
third
to go
one,
for?
the third one, because the way he just make it look so easy, like 1, 2, and then so composed the finish. So has to be in the top 3 as well.
Yes, it's such a famous goal, that one, isn't it? Like you say, just the ease in which he passes by those players.
I think I'll go for the, you know, the free kick where someone lifted it and then just scored. Yeah, I think for me, just the audacity to just try it, like, has so much confidence in him. So for me, it has to as well be in top 3. So that's my top 3 for me.
You kind of look at the players around him, the teammates around him. It's like they're not even surprised.
Yeah, they're like
yeah.
We know he's going to be in, so yeah.
A fantastic goal scored by you against West Ham. So I'm interested to hear what Matt thinks about your goal.
Leslie Ugochukwu, what a goal! The away fans have been incredible all season.
Oh, amazing, and the home ones, to be fair.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more with you there. But they're celebrating for Leslie's half volley. What did you make of his pick of your goals then, Matt?
Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have picked them in that order, but you know, there was. I think there were half volleys. There was one against Liverpool at home after 27 seconds.
Yeah.
Which was part of a hat trick, which was probably the best half volley that I probably had in my career, in my opinion. But it's all about opinions, mate.
Well, big up to Leslie for giving us a lot of excitement at the weekend.
Absolutely.
Matt, we're going to head to the vault now, and we're going to take everybody back to 2002 in October against Fulham. Are you ready for this one, Matt?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go to the vault.
Yeah, come on the vault.
The history of this fixture favours the Saints. They haven't met that often, certainly in recent times, but Fulham have only ever won once at Southampton in the league, and that was in 1935. Anyone remember that? And a Svensson in their way at the moment. Clark though. Oh, it's deflected and in! Niemi completely wrong-footed by Lee Clark's drive. And the birthday boy has even more reason to celebrate now, because it's Southampton 0, Fulham 1. Steve Marley, and Finnan has arrived on the scene. Oh, they've let it go to Steve Malbronk, and Fulham have a second. Well, Southampton did have one of the best defensive records in the Premier League. Not so you would have noticed there. Although BT is flicked it on here for Brent Ormerod, handball, surely. And this time it's given against Alan Goma. It's turning into some game, this. He scored against Villa on Monday. He scores against Fulham on Sunday. He can't beat BT. The Saints are right back in it. Fabrice Fernandes ahead of him. Fernandes has delivered, what a chance! It's taken this time by James Beattie. And Southampton have bounced back big time. What a cracking cross though. Anders Svensson floats it in. Oh yes, it's gone in! And it's Beattie again! Hat-trick hero, superhero for the Saints. James Beattie completes the comeback, and what an astonishing comeback. Anders Svensson floating the free kick in, and Beattie just loves them. Shook off a couple of challenges. Leading the Southampton charge. Marston trying to get in. Brett Ormerod. Well, after Beattie's hat-trick, it's his turn now. Ormerod takes his tally to 6 for the season, but that was all about Fabrice Fernandes, who surged into Fulham territory. Southampton triumph. It didn't look like they would at one stage. They were 2 down, but James Beattie came up with the perfect response and heroic hat-trick.
Top stuff there. What a comeback that was. Delgado right at the end.
I know, maybe brief appearance.
A brief appearance.
What a hat-trick, though.
Stunning hat-trick. Is there anything better as a player when you get to just point at your name on the back of your shirt when you got that hat-trick?
Yeah, I mean, I don't recall doing that. I kind of thought everyone knew what my name was anyway.
Fair enough.
So I didn't feel the need.
Fair play.
But I think that was the season that Beats was on fire. I think he got 23 Premier League goals that season.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. Only one person's ever beaten that for Saints.
Who would that be, Matt?
I don't know.
Okay.
We know.
Brett Ormerod, James Beattie, what a combination that was up front.
Yeah, they were absolutely superb in the run to the FA Cup final that year as well.
Yeah.
They were brilliant together. They worked their socks off, and Beats in the air. I mean, he just leapt like an absolute salmon for that second one.
The absolute salmon.
And the first goal, you know, I mean, the goalkeeper he's sticking a hat-trick past there.
Yeah.
He's a pretty decent goalkeeper.
Yeah.
A hat-trick against Edwin van der Sar. Very impressive.
Oh, top stuff from James Beattie. And while he's not here, great player to play alongside.
I love playing alongside Beats. He'd give you everything. You know, he fought every ball he would fight for. He didn't care who he was up against, centre-backs. He would want to fight them. He'd be challenging them the whole game. And you knew that if he was going up for a header, there's a really good chance that he was going to flick it on and, you know, people would get on the end of it.
Oh, brilliant. I loved it. I tell you what, who gives everything for early doors, the one and only Rocket.
Oh,
Matt.
he does. He does that.
He gives everything. He gives and I love his fan segments, and that's what we're going to have right now. Our intrepid producer, Rocket, has been out and about once again at St Mary's, this time putting supporters' knowledge to the test.
Yes, guys, Rocket here on matchday outside St Mary's, and we are testing our fans' knowledge. Today is the Club Crest Challenge. Let's do it. Right, lads, this is the Club Crest Challenge. You've got to tell me which team is this.
Shout them out, we know.
Leicester.
Leicester City.
Leicester.
Correct. Who is this?
I'll be on.
West Brom.
West Brom. West Brom.
West.
Not West Philadelphia, West.
West Brom. Yeah.
Albion.
West Bromwich Albion.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Stevenage.
Stevenage.
Ooh, Brentford was a close shout.
Brentford. That's it.
Brentford.
Bristol City.
Yeah. He's on fire.
Oh.
Do you recognise it?
Kansas, I don't know.
No, not Kansas.
It looks like Paris, but I've seen.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Cheltenham.
Chesterfield.
Hello, mate.
Oh, keepy-up? No.
Athletic football.
Something that you'd wear on your, if you had no hair, you might wear one of these.
Athletic. No.
If you know it, don't you?
Yeah, wig.
Yeah.
Wigan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Athletic wig.
It's close. It's the other way round.
Wig athletic.
Yeah. Wigan.
Wigan athletic.
Yes, he's got it.
No.
Never seen that before. Luton.
Oh, Luton.
How'd you know that one?
Luton Town.
Yeah, how'd you know Luton?
West Ham.
West Ham.
Correct, yes. Onwards.
West Ham.
Yes, the Hammers.
Bristol City.
Oh,
that's...
Played in the Premier League. Won the Premier League.
It's Blackburn.
Yes, Blackburn Rovers. Well done, Blackburn Rovers.
Oh.
This one's a hard one.
I think I remember it. Is it Sutton United?
No.
Stop. Rochdale. Yeah. Oh, stop. Ain't right. Stockport. Go Stockport.
It is Stockport.
Yeah!
And that one?
Saints played
East Park.
Playing Rovers, Eastleigh.
Eastleigh, of course.
Eastleigh. Well done, guys.
Don't you have to bloody road?
Exactly.
So good. Rocket.
I noticed you've been very complimentary towards Rocket ever since you threw that dart in his head. Is that a coincidence?
No. Right, absolutely love that. Okay, it's time for this week's special. Don't try and throw me under the bus like that. It's time for this week's special guest, and what a guest he is. You hear him every week on Radio Solent's commentary. He played for Saints from 1999 until 2004. He made 129 appearances and scored 16 goals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Joe Tessem! Joe!
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
Hello.
How are you, mate?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Come and sit down, Joe. How are you?
I'm good. A little bit nervous when I'm sitting here with you two. But
you don't have to be nervous, mate. It's all very friendly here.
Yeah, this should relax you. Shall we have a look back of some of Joe Tessem's highlights? Oh, Joe Tessem. Joe Tessem. Lovely goals. Now, look, before we dig deep into the life and time of Joe Tessem at Saints, what are you up to these days, Joe? Where can we find you?
I'm hanging out with Adam Blackmore at BBC Radio Solent. Okay. That's where I'm working, hanging out and watching Saints play.
Okay, all right.
And doing a very good job. Big boots to follow. Dave Merrington's big boots to follow, but Joe's doing it well.
Yeah, I'm speaking with Dave a lot as well, keeping him up to date. And when I had missed one game,
and he filled in for you, didn't he?
He filled in.
You decided rudely to take a holiday in the middle of a season.
I did.
I mean, imagine that.
Where's the commitment?
First game I missed in 3 years, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
Are you enjoying it? What's it like compared to your playing days? Is it quite nice and fun to analyse?
Yeah, it is quite nice because you kind of play the game in your head when you're there. So sometimes you sit there afterwards and you're exhausted because you play the game how it goes on. But no, it came across when I stepped in for someone else, and I think I did a Chelsea game 3 years ago. Adam called me and asked me if I could step in, and I said, and I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it. I said, well, I can do this again. I said, and let's see. But David's going to sometime retire, and then if you want to pop in and do it, and if you're willing to wait, I say, well, I'm not doing anything, Adam. So then Adam called me and said, Dave has decided to retire from this. Will you take over?
Yeah.
And I said, let's do a few away games first. I can see if we get along in the car.
Yeah.
That's a long journey with somebody if you don't get along with it.
Smart move. All right, let's talk about your playing days at Southampton. How did that move come about, Joe? How did you end up here at the Mighty Saints?
Yeah, I wonder myself as well. Well, I played for Molde in 98, 99, and we played Champions League football, and I didn't have an agent. I think Southampton came in the beginning of the season and asked, but because we were playing Champions League and I never played Champions League, I wanted to play Champions League football. And I didn't know anything about Southampton Football Club at that point. Yeah. I didn't. And I just left it alone. We came through the season, played group stages of Champions League, played our last home game against Real Madrid in November. I can't remember approximately when it was. Had Southampton at that game.
Yeah.
Had packed my car to go on holiday because I think we were knocked out from Champions League, and the season in Norway goes from April till November, and then if you're not in the Champions League, you're obviously out of it. And we were out of it before we played Real Madrid at home. Ended up had one of my friends who worked for the PFA in Norway to help me out because I knew they were there. He was there. I said, we're negotiating, Joe. Yeah, you sort that out. I can concentrate about the game. We're kind of not even close to going to England. And on that Thursday morning when I woke up and I was meant to go on holiday, he said, we got pretty close through the night, so they have asked if you can come over on Friday and watch a game.
A holiday in Southampton. Yeah. Away we go.
Where were you due to be going?
I was meant to go skiing because it's getting close to the season.
Yeah.
And I had my snowboard, and then my car was fully packed and ready to go. So I said, okay, let's do that. And Morgan, I wasn't keen on it. I have to say, I wasn't keen on going, not because of Southampton, because I played 62 games.
Of course, yeah.
So I was tired, so I looked forward to a break. ended up, Morgan said, well, we kind of agreed terms.
Yeah.
I've done the job for you. So I said, let's go then.
Yeah.
So we traveled, I think the 17th of November, 16th of November, I think it was. Traveled over in the morning, came to the training at Staplewood, and you guys weren't even training, I think, and came into the dressing room, in the canteen actually.
Yeah.
And came in and with Dave. Dave Jones was the manager. Came in, he stood up and said, hi, I'm Dave Jones, I'm the manager, you're playing tomorrow, and sat down.
What, that's it?
And I hadn't signed anything. And we were like, haven't even brought boots.
I've got these skis, will they be any good?
Skis, no.
That's mad, so you were just obedient, that was it?
It was like that.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my friend Morgan Anderson, said, we looked at each other, I haven't signed anything, Morgan. Yeah. And that was the time when you signed by Friday, 12 o'clock, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And,
here comes game 63.
Can you train a little bit first, he said. Yeah, fine. If you can borrow me some boots.
Yeah.
And got some boots, and I trained for 45 minutes, he came out. Joe, you will have to do the medical, because we've got to get the papers in before 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I walked into Jim Joyce.
Yeah.
His first question was, are you injured? I said, no.
That'll do.
I stood there in my underwear. That was my medical. Finished.
That sounds classic Southampton.
Yes. Signed off.
Yeah.
Signed 11:45, 12:45.
And in the team the next day?
In the team on right back. Never played right back in my whole life.
What is Dave Jones doing?
That was my first game.
You're very versatile. Very versatile. Actually, isn't it right before you were a footballer? Were you trained to be a policeman?
I have a background. I've trained as an officer in the Air Force. And I'm fully trained and worked as a policeman in Oslo.
Wow.
Ah, there you go.
That is top stuff.
Many talents.
Man of many talents. Yes.
And what was the time like at the Saints, Joe? It caught you off guard how they did things then. You're playing tomorrow.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock because I came from like Norway. Set up in Norway was you train a lot. You have a very long pre-season, but next to our changing room in Molde in the stadium, there's a gym.
Yeah.
And Staplewood had like a
it
homemade thing in the side there.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it?
And it was like an old dog kennel.
I knew where the gym was. I just
I just love this. Joe Tessem playing Real Madrid, Champions League. Yeah. Thank you very much. And then a different environment.
Yeah, it was totally different, but a different, better league though, definitely. And I played. The reason why I played right back because Ginola played for Tottenham and he played on the left side, so that's why I played there. Dave Jones' words, and I have reminded Donsi about that. He couldn't play Donsi against Ginola because he was too slow.
Wow!
Take that, Donsi.
I'll take the knife after this back later.
But what was it like? What were your first memories or thoughts of Southampton?
It was very confusing because I basically came out to watch a game and then decide, and ended up playing, and it went so fast.
That must have been crazy 48 hours.
And it was unbelievable. I was just serious, and I signed for a 4 years and 8 month contract.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, I didn't even get to tell anyone about this. So my parents, they were on. My parents were on holiday in Thailand.
Watching a game of football, and
they
their
were
son's playing for a different team.
And they were having food, and my dad said he was watching because the Southampton Tottenham was on TV. So he was sat in there eating, and I looked up, and he looked up, and he was eating, and that does look like Joe, but he didn't think too much about it. And then before the game start, they kind of put the camera on me, and I don't know that, but they did, and they put the name on there, and he. Joe is playing for Southampton. So that's how they found out I moved.
That is brilliant. Incredible.
Yeah, so that's how quick it went. But it was really confusing, and the level. The good thing for me when you come from playing Champions League, it kind of was a little level down.
Yeah.
It felt like that because Champions League was unbelievable, and luckily that kind of made me a little bit more comfortable with the league, the Premier League. It was just fantastic at that point. And
what position were you playing in for your team?
Well, I was quite versatile for Molde.
So I knew you played a few positions. You never played right back?
No, that's the only position I haven't
played.
You had no left back and right back. Never played. But I was a winger or a striker. So we played 4-3-3. So I played on the right hand side. I played in midfield as an offensive midfield player, or the sitting one, and I played centre half a couple of games.
Okay.
Had a few Champions League games as a centre half. Bernabeu, centre half.
Wow.
What I love.
So it didn't seem like it bothered me when I kind of managed to step into it for some reason. I don't know why, but I just did.
Yeah. But it probably just had that right mentality. I love the fact, Matt, Joe said, I came to watch a match. What better place to watch a game than actually on the pitch? Trying to track back with David Ginola.
I walked off. Ginola was taken off after 56 minutes.
After him out of the game?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And when you arrived, you'd have had to be a teammate with the legendary Matt Latisse.
Yeah, but I honestly didn't know who Matt was when I came.
What? Don't open with that. Don't open with that. I don't know who you are. Who are you?
Because Southampton wasn't a big club in Norway, and obviously I did know afterwards, and I kind of got into it in a way. But it came about so quickly that and Southampton isn't a big club in Norway. It's become bigger probably because of the Scandinavian relationship it's had over the years with Klaus and myself and some of the Swedish players. And a few other Norwegians has been Egeles and stuff. So it kind of brought it in, but that wasn't a club that a lot of people followed. So you didn't know too much about it. But I knew that before I came that Southampton had saved themselves in the last game 3 years running.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, and that's what I knew when I.
So that was your information. You hadn't heard of Matty, but when you saw him training, were you like, okay, all right, I see what we're working with?
But you do look up things, and
I was also a little bit past my best at the time when Joe arrived, to be fair.
Okay.
I was coming towards the end.
Yeah, what do you remember of Joe then when he first arrived?
I always felt like Joe was a brilliant athlete. So that's why he could play in so many positions, because he was so versatile and he just had a great engine, and we saw in those clips there, he could also dribble the ball well and finish pretty well as well, both feet. I think that was the other thing about him. There weren't too many players back in those days who were like really good with both feet, but I always felt like Joe looked like he could have been right or left footed. And so they were the things that stood out about him.
And I loved when I got in that, because when you play and train with players, you can see quality. And when the games we did play, when I got to play with Matt in there, you knew you can do certain things, and when you kind of got a little bit different positions at times, but when you knew he had a ball, you could just make a run and you knew you were going to get it. That's the difference with quality, but you notice that when you play with them, and that's when you learn about Matt in training as well. And I know when we had training sessions and we had set pieces, we were practicing defensive set pieces. And if you weren't playing, you were taking them against the team that was playing, and he could ruin the session because he scored every time.
I love that. Joe, you enjoying yourself so far on Early Doors?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because we'd like to delve a little deeper right now in a segment we like to call Behind Closed Doors. There should be an ooh there, yes.
Okay, I'll start. Nice simple one to start with. What was your favourite game you played in at the Saints?
Oh God, there's lots of games.
It's Le God, by the way, just in case.
Le God, yeah. I think the one I enjoyed
that
much.
Flew over my head for so long. Oh God, it's Le God. Oh, amazing.
Oh God, there's so many games I thought was good fun. There was some. I remember we played a Liverpool game, and there was lots of tackles and flying, and the tempo was incredible. And that was at the Dell. I loved playing at the Dell because the atmosphere was fantastic.
So compact,
you played more games there than me, but
it
was fantastic playing there. And you were you could recognise people. And, so many of the games there was really, really good.
Well, let's recreate the Dell. Let's move the tables and we'll get it going right now. Okay, your favourite goal for Saints? 16 to choose from, Joe. Favourite one?
I think the one we saw here against Everton when I had a good first touch and went through and scored.
Little dribble,
I think that was probably my better goals.
Yeah, almost denied by the keeper. Almost denied.
Almost. Could have been perfect if I had gone past the keeper and scored.
Yeah, I like the ball trickling, and the Everton defender's got no chance. There's something nice about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Best manager you played under at Saints? You had a few, didn't you?
Yeah, I had 8 in 6.
5 years.
Yeah, 8 in 6 years. Well, technically 5, 6 years, 8. I liked Huddle. I know you don't.
Whoa, that's not this sort of show.
I mean, I like Strachan.
Well, I liked him when he arrived. Yeah, no, I liked Hoddle.
Hoddle was a very good manager.
I thought it was because he changed the club in my eyes. Tactically,
he
changed the club, and I think with Dave Jones, and nothing wrong with Dave Jones and Stuart Gray when they took over, but I think when Hoddle came in, he changed the club from what I kind of expected it to be in the Premier League, and he came in and changed a lot of the attitudes, preparation, food, and he saw a lot of things. He wasn't kind of stubborn on all the things. He saw some good things in that there was a good team spirit, and we were quite good friends in and still are a lot of the players I played with. We are still good friends, which is kind of unique, I think, in a Premier League setting and Premier League competitive environment. And because if you did something in the afternoon or after game, if the boys went out after a win, we all went together. We ended up together, and that brought team spirit. I think he also saw that bit was good. He didn't like it, but he did.
And it helped.
And he was. I remember we played. I shouldn't say this, but at Liverpool, because Carlsberg was the sponsor of Liverpool, and I remember the kit man said, "You want me to put a couple of cases of Carlsberg for the boys?" And he first went, "Yeah, you can put it." So he thought it through, and then thought it's good for the spirit. And anyway, so for me, tactically and what he brought to the club and how he played, I enjoyed him the most.
Okay.
I enjoyed the others as well, and I thought
just to be very quick on that. I enjoyed the others.
I like different things because you learn different things, but I also learned that you are never going to be in favour with everyone that comes along. And there's different reasons for it, but that's how you learn and become better. And when Gordon turned up, I liked him when he turned up, but
just not when he left.
Well, when he left, he was better, but it got worse.
Now we're getting to behind closed doors. Now we're getting it. Sitting on the fence for too long. Joe, we will take that as answers. Top stuff. All right, then. We're all laughing. I want to know who the funniest person was in the team.
We had loads of characters. He was funny as well.
I haven't seen it, but
No, he was. There was a lot of funny, good characters, and that's why I liked it. And we were quite a good friend. James was funny. Hassan Kashoul was funny.
Oh yeah, Hassan was funny.
Klaus was funny in his way, very funny. But you had so many different characters, and it all worked together. And that's what my time there was really good. I really enjoyed myself there when I was there.
So the funniest thing that happened in the dressing room could have been in a training ground incident, or could have been on a half-time team talk?
I remember we went pre-season with Gordon to Sweden. We were introduced at a Swedish club, which I think Michael Svensson played for in the younger days. And they introduced us over the speakers. And I don't know what squad number he had. Was it 4, 3, or I don't know. But let's say he had number 4.
Michael?
Yeah. I can't remember what it was.
6. What is it?
Maybe 6.
5 or 6?
So they introduced Michael Killer Svensson. That's what we noticed his nickname. And we all collapsed laughing, but we knew why. We all kind of clicked, that made sense. So they introduced him as Michael Killer Svensson.
I wondered where that nickname had come from. I never knew that.
And that's when the nickname was born.
Brilliant.
That was so funny. Just a situation.
So, what was the biggest telling off that you ever saw a manager give to a player at the Saints?
I think that is away to Liverpool when Anders Svensson got hit by. Did he kick a boot like Alex Ferguson into Anders? He got told off. Anders Svensson got told off by Gordon Strachan for supporting Liverpool. He accused Anders for supporting Liverpool while we played first half, and he had a really good go at him. That was the bigging. And there's a few. Gordon was a kind of aggressive guy, and we didn't understand a word what he said, but he was aggressive. We could understand the difference. But that was the biggest tell. There were a few of the managers had a go at you, and you got to have a go. That was the biggest one. Yeah, he blamed Anders Svensson for the first half because he was a Liverpool supporter.
Brilliant.
I love that. Okay, there's lots of moments, but if there's one moment, your best moment at Saints.
Best moment? Oh God, there's so many moments. I enjoy loads of moments. It's nothing that sticks out saying that is the best moment. But
maybe first goal.
give you one insight, and I haven't never talked about this.
Exclusive. Early doors exclusive.
And because I lost my dad in 2001 when I played for Southampton, and I didn't want anything about it when that happened. So I went away for 2 weeks, and I didn't play, and I came back after his funeral, and I came back, and I was on the bench with Hoddle. And I came up the Dell, the staircase, and it's quite steep and coming down. And I kind of ended up, by some reason, walking by myself to the bench. But all the fans stood up and applauded me as I walked that length of the... Because they knew. And I didn't go public, but I obviously thought everyone knew. I don't know what they said when I left, but... That was like a goosebump situation when you walked out and you knew why they were standing. I kind of knew it. Well, maybe I misunderstood it, but that's how it felt like in the moment. And that was that was a fantastic kind of feeling when you walked up there afterwards.
Yeah, football becomes more than just a game. I love that. I love that.
It was brilliant from the fans. Yeah.
Well, what a great way to end behind closed doors with Joe Tessem, everybody. Top stuff, Mr. Joe Tessem. Before we let you go, though, there's still, of course, the P&O Cruises Concourse Challenge. But are you up for a challenge of your own?
No.
Okay, great. That's the response we wanted. It's time for the sit down, keepy-up challenge. Get him a ball. Top stuff. Here we go. Sit down, keepy-up challenge. All you need to do is just keep the ball off. Are you testing the pressure of the ball?
It's a bit soft,
Such a professional. I'm not used to these standards, aka Tessem.
I told you.
So you're just going to keep it up. Sit down. Can't get up, obviously. Stephen Davis, incredible, wasn't he, Matt?
He could have gone all day. He could have gone on all day.
So no pressure. How do you feel you're going to do with this challenge, Joe?
I wasn't very good.
You haven't got much. I'm not too bothered, actually.
Okay, not too bothered. I think it's just the Norwegian in him.
He's just a laid-back dude.
Very laid back. Okay.
So you want me to start?
Well, I mean, the camera's rolling, so if we could.
Come on, Joe.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good recovery. Oh. There you go. And he's just taken out now £2,000 worth of equipment. Top stuff there. Joe Tessem with a sit-down, keep-you-up challenge. It was good. Difficult challenge. Right, magnificent stuff. Joe, you're going to stick around for the P&O Cruises Concourse Challenge too. And while we get set up for that, let's take a look at this week's edition of the incredible Academy Goals.
Yes, let's see them.
Got a lot of people down here at the Northern Concourse. That's where Matt and I are right now. We're ready for the P&O Cruises Concourse Challenge. And last time out, Matt, how good were AFC Tottenham?
Amazing.
£380, our highest total ever, and that went to Voice FM. So no pressure on today's team, but I think they're going to do brilliantly. AFC Lakeside, Saturday and Sunday
combined
players.
Yeah.
Would you like to meet them, Matt?
I would indeed.
Before you do, just a little shout out. New number. It's looking really good, that jacket.
Thanks very much, mate.
You're welcome.
Yeah. My wife's been shopping for me.
Go get out of it. Go meet the team at AFC Lakeside.
Afternoon, boys. Right, how are you all doing? If you could introduce yourselves and the position that you're playing.
Hayden, centre-back. Harry, centre-mid. Teddy, left-back.
Freddie, centre-mid. George, goalkeeper.
Ah, great mixture there. So how's the season been going?
It's quite good.
Where are you in the league?
I've
put you under pressure there, haven't I? You don't really know.
First or second? Second, I think.
Ah, pretty good then. Yeah. Pretty good. So how confident are you about the P&O Cruises Challenge?
Should be able to get quite a good amount of money.
So do you think you could beat AFC Tottenham's £380?
Yeah, hopefully.
Good lad. That's what we like. That's what we like. And talking about the charity, Tom is with our charity this week right now.
Thank you very much, Matt. Yes, I am over here with Madeline Jury from Youth Options. Madam, welcome to Early Doors. Great to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit about the charity and what you do?
Yeah, so Youth Options is a children and young people's charity. We work across Hampshire and in Southampton. So last year we worked with about 3,500 children and young people in Southampton alone. And we do street-based youth work with our youth workers. So we go into local areas, into local communities where they need it. We run fun activities, we run football sessions, things like that. We have youth centres. And then we do some more targeted work. So for children and young people that need a bit more support, we do one-to-one and group work, focusing on building confidence, resilience, well-being, and we also do some employability as well.
All right, well, thank you very much for the work you're doing with the charity. What would the extra cash help you with today? What would it go towards?
So go towards supporting our play workers and our youth workers out in the communities, providing equipment so that we can carry on doing what we do.
All right, well, listen, Madeline, stick around because we're going to send it over to the gents, the lads from AFC Lakeside in just a moment. Stay there for me. Head on over here because we have now the brilliant, you know the drill by now, the P&O Cruises Concourse Challenge. 5 targets here, ready for AFC Lakeside with 60 seconds to try and put the ball through the targets as many times as they can. That money will then be added up and Southampton FC will donate that money. And of course, the P&O Cruises Concourse Challenge is brought to you by the brilliant official holiday partner, P&O Cruises. So without further ado, should we have some action? We shall do that. Matt, over to you.
Okay, AFC Lakeside, you know the rules. 60 seconds starts when I blow the whistle and it finishes when I blow the whistle. You just get as much money as you can for the charity. Are you ready? Yes. Okay. Oh, that was almost in the 50. Yes, well done. New balls.
Yes.
Well done. There we go. Keep the balls coming.
Yes.
You got loads of time, don't panic. You got loads of time. Loads of time, don't panic. 30 seconds gone. Well done. Keep it going, balls are incoming. Oh. Bring some balls back, bring some balls back. Yes, well done, nice. Oh! 10 seconds to go. Get them balls back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Top stuff from AFC Lakeside. What was the score there, Joe?
They got 320.
Wowzers.
Brilliant.
What do we make of that?
Yeah, really, really good. Well done, guys.
Top stuff. But Madeline, how about this? We could send in 2 former pros, 2 legends of the club, Joe Tessem, who scored 16 goals, and Matt Lettice, who scored like loads. You up for that, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay, good. He sounds pumped for this. It's better than the sit-down, keepy-up challenge. Head over to Matt and we can win some more money for the charity. Here we go then. Best of luck to Matt Lettice and Joe Tessem. Come on, lads. That's what you get. Norwegian International.
So if I get a 50, do we beat AFC Tottenham's total?
We do, Matt.
Okay.
Yeah! Come on! This is top stuff. Look at that. Madeline, from Youth Options, thank you for coming along. You're happy? 395, our highest ever score.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. Really, really appreciate it.
Well, we know that money is going to go to an amazing cause. So thank you very much for being on the show. Matt, let's get Matt back in. It's the end of the show, Matt. What are you waiting for?
Sorry,
You're still celebrating, aren't
you?
Well, that is the end of Early Doors. Thank you very much for joining us. Have you had a good time, Matt?
Oh, always.
Okay,
always.
Perfect. Massive thank you to our guest today, Mr. Joe Tessem. Great to hear from Leslie Ugochukwu. And AFC Lakeside, our highest ever scoring team on the P&O Cruises Concourse Challenge. They've even brought a massive fan group. We love to see it. Listen, if you're coming to watch the game today, make sure you go down to the fan zone and the Dome. We'll catch you next time, just before the Man City game. Okay, 3, 2, 1, you ready? Up the Saints! See you next time.